Ladies and gentlemen, I am in the Kenworth T680 revisited, reimagined, and we are turning right onto Route 20 in the rain. We are going to make our way from Wyoming into Nebraska and all along the top of Nebraska into Norfolk. So I am just turning right on 1820. What's funny is this goes right into Ohio, believe it or not. So this route just goes on forever and ever. And so it is neat to be here. And we're going to be in Nebraska in just a minute here. We're getting close to the state line. And this is what we're driving today. I've got my T680 and a huge, excavator. And we have northern Nebraska straight ahead. And I am not in any way, shape, or form familiar with northern Nebraska. So if anybody here in the chat wants to tell us about it, aside from it probably being kind of flat, and this looks pretty hilly here, though, but we're still in Wyoming, so. As expected, a lot of train action going on here. Kind of in the middle of the country, so there's trains coming from all over the place and going all over the place. Next city should be a Lusk. And it's a 70-mile-an-hour speed limit out here? Jeez, oh, Pete. Well, I'll be darned. Don't really know much. There you go. It's dry, and probably hot. Maybe not as hot as Kansas, though. Like, does Nebraska get a lot of tornadoes like Kansas does, or is it far enough north that it misses those? The top attractions, according to Google. There you go. There's a whole list of them. Museum of American Speed. Ooh. Durham Museum History. Oh, we're cool. But this must mean we are entering into Nebraska. Are these the signs that say, hey, welcome? 30. Yep, there it is. Lusk, which must be Nebraska. There we go. Well, thank you, 44. So we are in Lusk, Nebraska. Port of entry. Where do we go left? Here? No, next street. And I apologize again for those of you on YouTube for my allergies. 'Tis the season. Now we're coming in the evening, so we may have to stop overnight. There's high flop. Old school hotel. Or motel, I guess, would be what they call those. Oh, Nebraska's the Cornhusker state. Okay. 37th state, population 1.9 million, right? Wow, that's really small. Biggest city, Omaha. State bird, western meadowlark. State flower, the goldenrod. Achoo. Still 30 through here. 20 closed when flashing. It's open. Must be for either high winds or snow. 70 mile an hour. Wow. Yeah, more corn than people. The state flower is allergy. Oof, look at this. Once again, I think that, these guys do an excellent job of capturing the feel of each state. And one thing that is unique about America, well, it's not unique about America, but it's people that come from other countries are usually surprised to find that each state really does have its own personality. There are some states that are like this state or like that state. Obviously, parts of Ohio look a lot like Indiana, a lot like Michigan. But there's things that Ohio have that are also very unique. Things that Michigan have that are very unique, like the dunes, Mackinac Bridge. Just the northern peninsula is all, the upper peninsula and northern part of Michigan are like very different from anything in Ohio. So it's funny how states each have their own personality, and they really do. Part of that probably has to do with different organizations take care of their roads and stuff, so the roads are different. Street signs are different. The way that they present themselves along the road, like businesses and what they're allowed to do, that's all different. So that's cool. Some big rocks. Scenic overlook. Little nighttime rest stop up there. That's pretty cool. Now, I believe, and I could be wrong, I think this area of the country this area of Nebraska is considered the Badlands of Nebraska, but I could be wrong. Birthplace of Kool-Aid. That's hilarious. Welcome to the birthplace of Kool-Aid. Biggest indoor rainforest. Home of Carhenge lighthouses, but no ocean. Interesting. Warren Buffett's home. Okay, there we go. Largest mammal fossil. Yeah, this is really cool. And desolate. Like, what is that? Like, why was there a stop there? That was weird. Yeah, I'd like to drive through this part of. I'd like to go through here and through like see Devil's Tower. There was a historical marker. We're gonna continue on 20. Looks like we might have a town or something coming up. Yep, we do. Brakes. Little town. Shadron. Now, interestingly, we have a town in Ohio called Chardon. They have Shadron, we have Chardon. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Biblical characters. So I'm making that up, sorry. We also have an alliance in Ohio. Though some people call it Alliance. I'm just kidding. It's not true at all. Oh, interesting. Don't overlook the towns and small cities outside of Lincoln and Omaha through the state. Farm fresh meal. Ooh, that sounds good. That's right. There were 4 men in the fire. The car wash. The insurance. There's a red light and a cop. Oh! Hello, officer. Nothing. I was busy checking out Marty's antique furniture shop. I thought that was pretty cool. Oh. Oops. Oh, that's cool, though. Werner's, they are in Omaha. Okay, I didn't know Werner was there. That's pretty cool. We're going to pull over here and spend the night in just a moment. We'll find somewhere to stop because it is getting dark. Ooh, look at the train cars parked over there. That's cool. I'm trying to stay on the road here, but not doing a very good job. Ooh, the moon's coming up. If you guys can see, it's behind my blue beeper now. See if we can see it. Museum of the... Oh, they got the driver facility out there. That's cool. Okay. Ooh. Got you where I want you. Yeah. Dude. Who was that? Do you guys remember that song? I don't remember who it was. Probably one hit wonder. There's the moon above Nebraska. It's as endless as a Nebraska sky. What kind of tractor was that? Was that... I can't see it anymore. Dang it. All right, we're going to pull over here for the night at this little rest stop. Oh, look at that radio tower. Welcome to the Midwest. Good old radio towers. Yeah, you see those everywhere over here. Oh, the Werewolves of London. Thank you. All right, let me we're going to pause for a minute. We're going to sleep. All right, it's morning. Start her up. She starts right up. And we're clear. No traffic out here. Oh, so there's a truck coming. Oh, boy. Sorry. I'm full tilt right now. Sunrise over the Cornhusker State. Husker Du. Oh, that's another Midwest thing right there. Power stations out by the road. That's what I saw blow up when we had the tornado. It was great. It was like the whole sky turned purple. It was like, like, whoa. It's like being in a movie. And there's the big, something that they still haven't put into Farm Sim is the crop circles. The irrigation circles. I wish they would. Looks like we got a football field. Oh, looks like we got a football field or something up here on the right or left. Baseball. For the local high school. Oh. We're in Merriman, it looks like. Yeah, not those kind of crop circles. Fertilization crop circles. And we're continuing down 20, and I'll tell you what, 20 in Ohio looks quite a bit like this. It's not much different. Parts of it, like out when you get out by Sandusky and Toledo, it's empty, like old gas stations that are no longer operating, and roadside attractions that are no longer there, and then occasional gas station that's actually open. Yes, the irrigation crop circles. There's a helicopter or something over there. Skimming the hilltops. Michigan are like that too, yep. Yeah, they are cool. There's the wells that pull the water up too. Right there, there's the well. Another radio tower. What'd I tell you? That's cool that they got those. I used to maintain one of those. Our church had a radio tower in Medina that they were... it wasn't our church that was on the radio, but it was like a station from the affiliated denomination. And so they would, if there was a problem, I was the closest person to it. And so they would send me out there, and I'd get on the phone with the people in California, and they'd be like, all right, now flip this switch. What does that say? And I'd read them the screen. And go, okay, now throw this down and throw that up. But I went out to that little facility. It was attached to one of those cell phone towers, and then they also broadcast the radio through there. And it was really cool. It was a neat experience to be able to do that. It was out in kind of getting down into Amish country, about 40 minutes south of here, but it was a good 2 hours south of Cleveland, so they had me go do it. And I was like, yeah, sure. So I loved it. Oh, yeah, Norwalk, and yeah. Race. I got to see, my favorite race is the Cavalcade of Stars. So they would race like like 50s and 60s muscle cars, 70s muscle cars during the Cavalcade of Stars. That's my favorite event at Norwalk. And but yeah, the traffic was probably terrible. Yeah, it gets pretty busy. Valentine discovered. So we made it to Valentine. Yeah, this looks like 20 going through Oregon. That's in Ohio, near Toledo. Like, it gets big, and you got some car dealerships and like a Dairy Queen. I always stop and eat there before I continue on up into Michigan when I go this route. That's about the 2.5, 3 hour mark. It looks just like it. Flat as a pancake. Yeah, you think 20's bad? You should see 18 during the weekend, because it's the racetrack's right against 18, and it's like insanely trafficked. Norwalk Raceway Park. And then right next to them, I think, is an R&L Carriers. There's some major trucking thing. I think it was R&L Carriers, but I'm not sure. Welcome to Samaria, Michigan. Faraday Energy. Oh! You quit smoking the crack pipe, you idiot. Hunting Nebraska facts. Did you see that? Go get him. Nebraska is a Sioux word describing the river from which the state gets its name, meaning shallow water or broad water. Otos Indian word meaning flat river, referring to the Platte River, which is this what this is? Look at that bridge over there. Wonder if that's the Platte River right there, now that we're talking about it. It doesn't say what river it is. That's the Nebraska River. Okay. All right. Oh, Reubens were invented in Nebraska? Really? Corned beef, Swiss cheese, and sauerkraut. What do you have? A Reuben. Kool-Aid frozen TV dinners. Cliff's Notes. The 9/11 emergency system. Baker's Candies. Oh, yep. The ski lift. And safer barriers. Interesting. I've never heard of this. That's so funny. Yeah, Reubens are, I mean, I always thought it was a New York thing, but corned beef and, now I prefer just straight up corned beef sandwiches. I don't really like Reubens because I don't like dressing and I don't like, well, sauerkraut's okay, but I don't love sauerkraut. I would have it with everything but the Russian dressing. Or if I had the dressing, I'd have just a little teeny bit so it wasn't dry. But, but blech. No dressing. Yeah, this is what I would expect Nebraska to look like. Ohio looks similar, but we don't have as many pine trees. We are much more deciduous. So maple, oak, pretty much mostly maple and oak. Nah, like this tree stand here looks more like an Ohio tree stand over there. No pine trees. There are some pine trees, but not a ton. And then there's one section just north of where I live, literally like one person there on their property. They must have imported them, but they have like redwoods. I'm like, how did they get those to grow here? But they've got like a little stand of redwoods. It's pretty cool. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, to get into Canada. Say, that's not a bad idea. Yes, 44. I don't know how they got them to grow, but there's a property with them on them, and they're tall. They're probably they're not as big as they get in California, but they're about 150, 200 feet. I'm like, what? How did they do that? I mean, maybe it's another species that's similar that can grow in the north. Because redwoods really need like special conditions. So that's why I'm always baffled at how they did it. But you come around the corner and this guy's got them on his property, and he cuts them down, and maybe they're lodge poles or something like that. But yeah, true. Well, most redwoods are like one big redwood. They all grow together. Hey, Zwajo, this is a base model. It is the new T680. And they updated it about, I don't know, 2 months ago. So this is, I think this route was more exciting, prettier than the southern way through, because once again, it's mostly back roads, so we get to see little towns and stuff like that, whereas the main route, Route 70 through Nebraska, was okay, but it was just flat, you know what I mean, and just kind of road. This is cool. 9 scenic byways that let you follow trails of the pioneers, roll down city streets, or gladly off the grid. Just make sure to soak in the views. They're called scenic byways for a reason. Oh, that's really cool. And coming into another town. Yeah, most people like the older style trucks. I do too, but I'd like to try it out because it's new. So I've been having fun driving it. It's a nice truck. Cool interior. ATS Bank. Oh, luck of the Irish. Oh, they got another new one, huh? This truck just came out today. Which one? I've had this truck. If you're talking about the T680, I've had this for months now. So no, it's been out. No, I've had this one. I've had it for a while. Like, I can go back and show you videos on YouTube. I've got it. I've had it for at least 2 months. So maybe there's a new one. Yeah, it's been part of the game for a little while. What other one came out today? Is there a new truck that came out? A new truck? Dang it! I got to buy another truck. I have to buy another garage because I'm out of spaces. I literally have a garage with no drivers. I just put my trucks in there. Way station. Crap. I think we have to go to the second entrance. Yeah, do not enter. That's what I thought. No new truck today? Okay. I know I thought there was a new International or something coming out, or are they remaking one of the trucks? Like one of the Internationals or something? What the deuce? Stop at the scale ahead to submit to an inspection. How do I... What? This just... I like the new user interface. I think it's pretty cool. What did they just do to me? Okay. Okay, we'll go this way then. What? Bordeaux and Thibodeau. I feel like I'm coming through this on the wrong angle here. But okay, this is cool. This is like a lot of the ones that are along the back roads in Ohio also. So we're starting to look like the Midwest. All right, make a U-turn here. Reverend Bordeaux, pastor of the local Cajun Baptist Church, and Pastor Thibodeau, minister of the Covenant Church across the road. They were both standing by the road, pounding a sign into the ground that read, "The end is near." Oh, I hit a telephone pole as I was reading it. So turn yourself around now, before it be too late. As the car sped past, the driver leaned out his window and said, "You religious nuts." From the curve, they heard a screeching in the tires and a big splash. Bordeaux turns to Thibodeau and asks, "Do you think 'em?" Oh, it ended. The punchline, no, is missing. That I don't know. I don't. They did update the exhaust. That's cool. Yes, that's correct, K-Tigris. You think the sign should say "bridge out"? I like the way it's written in the Cajun, though. There he goes. That's funny. Yeah, I have a feeling they're gonna probably maybe I don't know. It's a good question of how they're gonna do it. They'll probably smush some of the states together into single like groups. Like here's Ohio, Indiana, and Michigan. Oh, that'll be fun. Yeah, Maine. What about Rhode Island? Exactly. and Washington. D.C., that is. Well, it took us about 30 minutes to cross the state, and that's with some putzing around. It's not too bad. We're coming up on our destination, which is Lincoln? No. Kitty Hawk? I don't remember. I just saw the sign for it. I'm like, oh, that's where we're going. And then now I've... Bzz. In all fairness, it's 11:15. I'm allowed to be tired. Yeah, I wish they would have just done them full scale. Actually, I don't, because that would have taken you forever to get through states, but... That's true. White granite buildings, right? Lots of traffic, lots of closed roads. Crabby police officers. Yeah. It's not pleasant. Norfolk, that's where we're going. Durr. So I know in Virginia it's pronounced Norfolk, like Norfolk. Do they call it Norfolk in Nebraska, or do they pronounce it Norfolk like they do on the East Coast? Baltimore. We follow Norfolk. Well, this looks very flat. No, this game just looks amazing every time you come back to it, Gator. No, I know what you're saying. Now, there was a lighting update a while ago. That did help things look a little bit more realistic. But this game looks more realistic than Euro Truck. I've been back to Euro Truck, and I'm like, it's not the same. There's something about this game that just has a more realistic look to it, and it's got to be in the graphics engine. So, it's DX11. Ah! Ooh! 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 Sorry! Oh my gosh, K-Tigris. I might have too. Yeah. I'm like, I'll make it. I'm not making it. Go on. I'll have to pay a new bumper for that man right there. Is that a new restaurant? Dumpling? Something. Yeah, that whole thing is crazy. Beep, beep. Okay, well, we're almost there. So you guys have gotten to see a nice portion of the upper part of Nebraska. If you are, I'm going to release these in opposite order because I like this video better. You guys can see the next video. If you're watching on YouTube, I will be releasing another episode where we go through from Omaha out into Colorado. So we do the whole southern part of the state, and that gives you pretty much everything but the middle of the state. So you'll get to see both coming and going. And at some point, I'll try to route myself through the middle for the final video in the next couple days here. But I got a lot going on, so we'll see. Bordeaux's, and here's that's your last joke. Okay. Nebraska's awesome. Nebraska is awesome. That's hilarious. Well, they're awesome for tornadoes. I never think of Nebraska as a tornado state, but it would seem this being this flat and open that it would just invite them, like, here, tornado, here, boy. But they seem to come out from the south a little bit too. Boudreaux. Oh, it is not Bordeaux. You're right. It's Boudreaux. Sorry, I read that wrong. B-O-R would be Bordeaux. Bordeaux. Boudreaux. I'm sure they're a part of it, but they're north of it. That's what makes me think that, I don't know. But maybe they do get crazy tornadoes. It seems like they would. It seems like that would not be, it would be impossible for them not to, but they're probably on the same latitude as Ohio because they're on 70, so. The crazy, oh, look at this train yard. That's cool. That's neat. A lot of gapping between the tracks. We need to talk to their graphics department. This is how you make a train yard. EF5, yikes. Wonder what that is back there. Probably like nuclear missile testing. Could be an airport. Could be military. Ah, turn! I heard about the mile-wide tornado. I didn't realize that was in Nebraska. Freaking crazy. Oh, that was part of the train yard. That the train, these trees are blocking off the train yard. Which is why they called it the steel yard. Interesting. Well, that's the third time I've hit the front of this truck. I can't stop. Oh, yes, that is right. I forgot about that. Press enter. Sorry about your gate. I can't. I'm going to have to adjust the brake settings just a little bit. Like I'm literally standing on the brakes and the truck's not stopping. But maybe that's realistic. I was trying to make it realistic, but I don't want it like so. Like I'm full brakes right now. But I guess that's probably how it would stop in real life. I got to get used to that. It's new for me. Excuses. Get some cool. Welcome all you suckers to Nebraska. It's pretty cool. There's that. I've seen those before. That engine, that exact engine back there, that huge switcher. When I was a young man, when Mark was little, we went to Kansas. We had just had Mark and Ryan, and we went to do some train spotting at the Kansas yard. And I swear to God, they had that exact switcher in the yard, shunting cars, and it was like it had so much power, and but it would move all these cars, and it was really cool to watch. Okay, it's back. It says I have to go up here to get in there, but yeah, there's the entrance right there. Yeah, I like this. This is really cool. I mean, honestly, we're getting into the part of America that's just not going to be. It doesn't have the fireworks that like the West does with the mountain ranges but this is true trucking, and it is pretty cool. This was neat. Genesis series, okay, yeah. Didn't make it to TSW. It's going back here. No, there's a road. Okay, I was kind of getting nervous here. I'm like, that doesn't look like much of a road. I didn't hit anything. I swear to God. Oh, look. Molten steel car. Look at that. Gator. You do like to talk, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that, Gator. That's what we're here for. We're here to chat with each other. That's what you guys are, my pals. You said I had to say it. That is why we're here. And we got I'm glad we had, well, this is going on YouTube, so I'm glad we had the Nebraska Fest, because now the people that are watching not only enjoyed watching the state of Nebraska, but they are more educated than when they came. And that is a good thing. Now they know what the state looks like, and they know some of the famous things that happened here. We have to do this more often. All right. I know how that goes. It was even for me, it was kind of a rough day. It was a good day though, but I did go. Like I said, I ate. So I went to a restaurant today. I was working up in my old neighborhood, and I went to a restaurant where my mom used to take me when I got good grades, and that restaurant's been there for almost 100 years, and they still make it the same. And like, oh my God, and it brought back lots of good memories of like being with my mom and living there, and just. I don't know how I'm going to get this thing in here. Shadrach, there you go. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. There was another in the fire. I forget what song that is. Okay. I had to go to drone view. Lame. I don't know how truckers do it. And I purposely watch truckers now when they pull into these facilities, and most of them can get it in one shot. They're so good. I mean, that's a loaded question. What part of Ohio are you talking about? If you're talking about anywhere in my area, you're looking at about $1,800 to $2,200 a month. It's just ridiculous right now. Apartments are insanely expensive. So I know, but I want it better. Yeah, so I'm saying that's why people are like, oh, just get an apartment. I'm like, that's not going to solve my problem. I'm going to be out of that apartment in 3 months. I'm going to be out of money because they're just so ridiculously expensive. I know, it's ridiculous. Oh, Ohio actually is currently, I think it's number 5 in the most expensive states to live in. I don't know what's happened here, but we just keep going up in expense. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Oh my gosh, 44. You're like, hey, whoa. I've seen videos of people getting killed doing that. Like they pull it in and knock the thing over and it falls down on top of their truck because they're idiots and didn't know what they were doing. Like, you can't do that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Nebraska. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. If you guys are watching on Twitch, I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Not for super late, though. It's going to be an earlier night because I have a wedding and I got to get up early on Saturday. So God bless you guys. Have a good night, and we'll see you next time. Bye.